Jeremy Kyle show was genuinely cruel, but we all just treated it as regular daytime TV.
Is not the child's biological father.
What do you want me to do? Sit there and mollycoddle him?
The Jeremy Kyle Show was a talk show from the UK running from the 4th of July 2005 to the 10th of May 2019 that claimed to deal with family and relationship issues, but in reality it specialised in humiliating people on national television. Now if you're not familiar with the Jeremy Kyle Show, it's the type of show you watch when you're off school because you're sick and lying on the couch because your mum says you're too ill to play Lego Marvel. Guests, who were usually from a working class background, would come on the show with a loved one to discuss the personal issues. Because as we all know, the best place to talk about personal issues is on national television in front of a live studio audience. The format of the show was deliberately designed to shame people. The studio audience would watch the chaos like a pantomime or an episode of EastEnders or something, booing, cheering and chanting at the unfortunate people in front of them. Getting tickets to a taping is the same process as if you were getting tickets to see Strictly, but instead of watching a B-list celebrity dancing for a bit, you get to watch a family crumble before your very eyes. Yay! The show was often described as a modern freak show, and to an extent, I agree. Lie detectors and DNA tests were a big part of the show. Guests would take a DNA test a few days before filming and get the results live on air. Similarly, lie detectors were done live, and if the graph had said that they'd lied, Jeremy would get in the face and belittle them. Also, I just want to point out that lie detectors have an accuracy of 60 to 96%. On the show, it was treated as 101%, resulting in relationships crushing within seconds. The host of the show was a man named Jeremy Kyle. The accusations were on finger pointing. He acted morally superior, but he wasn't just the host. He was a person who added fuel to the soul-crushing fire. He'd antagonise and guilt-trip the one in the wrong, and comfort the one in the right. He wasn't there to explain or moderate, he was there to provoke. The show was genuinely vile, yet oddly appealing. It would tell viewers, your life could be worse, have a look at these buffoons. And that's the cruel genius. It was like your bog-standard reality show, but on steroids. People watched it so they could be as smug as Jeremy Kyle, and laugh at the strangers' unfortunate situations. But the show didn't go without its consequences. There was a large controversy which led to the show being taken off the air, as a man sadly died a week after a failed polygraph test, which shows how bad the programme actually was. Thankfully the show isn't airing anymore, and rightfully so. It was a pure excuse of entertainment, taking a vulnerable person and exploiting them for a cheap laugh and some airtime. If that man hadn't have died, would it still be on the air today? I personally think it would, because people would see it as educational and entertaining. I hate to break it to you, pal, but it's not Horrible Histories or a CBBC episode. The Jeremy Kyle Show was infamously chaotic, which is why it was so memorable in the worst way possible. Don't get me wrong, it did have some wholesome moments, like when people found out the kids were actually theirs, but finding those moments is like finding a needle in a haystack, or a person that Jeremy Kyle didn't think that he was better than. Anyway, that's it for today. Let me know if you think it's still there today, and I'll see you in another one. Bye!